instead of just I showed you telling that usual cliche kind of boring, so my name is and here I am to give you the presentation about, nah. Use these two methods and see how effective they are. And if you understand, humans are not wired to read the information and the table and complicated data. Humans love metaphors. Now, what is a metaphor? Metaphor is a comparison of something, okay, which you want to tell, you want to explain, to something which that listener already knows, he can relate to. People have low attention span. I mean, look at this video. Most of you will leave this video if there is nothing interesting over here. Most of you, in the sense, around 70% of you leave after 2 minutes. 2 minutes is at most, maximum. So when you're giving a presentation, it should not be boring or dull, or you are just reading the information. You should grab the attention of your listeners. Well, just I'm going to tell you how to do that. But you will not get a lot of time to grab the attention. You have to do that in only 30 seconds. So I'm going to tell you how to grab the attention in 30 seconds. So, for example, let us take this. You have to present this information, this data. Now, if I do it in this way, imagine what will happen. So, dear friends, here we are. I'm here to present the data of the sales from the month of January to June. So, as you can see here, in the month of January, our sales were around 500 units. And then slowly you can see in February, it just touched 1,000. And then gradually it came to June. So in this year, our sales were very nice, and there is very positive picture, and I'm very happy to share this with you. Well, how was this? I don't think so it was something different or more appealing, no. Because there is a lot of information over here. That's good, you have to present the information. But why can't you start in a different way? I'll show you. There are two ways to start. First is tell a story, and second is give a metaphor. This I'll explain you how to tell a story. Before starting, let me tell you one story. Around 1 year before, one of my friend, who also happens to work in a similar company, was very skeptical about our growth. He said that, well, post-pandemic, I don't think so your company can, hit that sales target which you have set. I don't feel so it's possible for you because, there is a lot of competition, plus you don't have new products to launch, and plus there is a recession in the market. So I'm quite doubtful about this. Well, yesterday I met my friend and I have invited him for our presentation. Of course, he is not there, but I told him the good news, which I'm going to share with you. So how was this? This you can start with a story. Now, here you can tell a real or imagined story. Now, I told a real story of my friend. You can tell an imagined story. For example, let me tell you. Of course, this you have to do in 30 seconds and it's possible. One day, 2 frogs fell into a ditch. That pit was very deep. All the other frogs came and they saw that these 2 frogs are trying desperate. All the frogs started shouting and yelling, telling that don't do that, you can't do it. This pit is very deep. You will hurt yourself. Don't leap, don't leap. Stay there. It's not possible. You're going to die now. Your fate is sealed. So after some time, one frog gave up. But the another frog did not. He leaped and leaped and leaped. And finally he could get out. And here he was. All the other frogs were quite flabbergasted. They were shocked. Now, the frog was very happy and it was celebrating. But afterwards, after some time, other frogs realized that that frog was deaf actually. Exactly. And this is what happens. There are many people who say you can't reach that sales target. But we were deaf. Deaf to the naysayers. deaf to the negative people. And today I'm here to give you a sales presentation of our yearly sales. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to put forward this year's sales presentation. So in this way, you can tell a story. So there is another way, as I said before, a metaphor. Now, see, all of you understand, humans are not wired to read the information and the table and complicated data. Humans love metaphors. Now, what is a metaphor? Metaphor is a comparison of something, okay, which you want to tell, you want to explain, to something which that listener already knows, he can relate to. Don't worry, I'll give you metaphor. So if you are a senior, for example, and if you have the authority, you can tell this metaphor. For example, well, dear friends, last year our sales were like Maruti 800, but this year our sales are running like Ferrari. Right? So, of course, this is quite a fun joke, but you have to tell this only when you are the authority and when you are in command. Don't use this when you are junior. Another metaphor you can use, friends, due to the pandemic, since last 3 years, our sales were like an airplane on a runway. It was just flat and not improving. But this year, I'm very proud and happy to tell you that our sales have taken off like a plane, and now they are moving up and up, soaring in the sky. And one day, I'm sure it will reach the pinnacle, the highest. So it's just a metaphor. What I did is I compared these two metaphors, which I hope you understand, with the sales growth. So you can use metaphors. Metaphors, stories, they are very nice to grab the attention. Instead of just I showed you telling that usual cliche kind of boring, so my name is and here I am to give you the presentation about, nah. Use these two methods and see how effective they are. Of course, you have to, when you are choosing a metaphor, identify the point you want to make, in this case, sales growth, and then find out the parallels. Many people know about 800, Maruti 800 and Ferrari, or they know about the plane, okay, taking off. So initially the plane is on the ground, okay, and then it takes off. So this is a common metaphor. I mean, people can understand this. And the best parallels, decide on the best parallels. That is what I have done here. So guys, this is about metaphors. Just go and apply that. You have to study for this, of course, because presentation will not come so natural to you. Okay, and the last point, now you're going to start the presentation and you can say, use the signposting. What is signposting? It's like now you can say, I'm going to give you an overview of, you can say the focus of today's presentation is, you can start, the presentation today is divided into 3 parts, 2 parts, 4 parts, and then you can say, please don't hesitate to stop me and ask me if you have any question for me. So guys, in this way you can grab the attention, right? Next time, come on, do it, and be very effective communicator, because presentation is an opportunity for you to show your hard work which you have done, that 10 to 12 hours of slogging which you have done. You can use this. So before ending, what are the metaphors you can use? Write in the comments. Suppose the sales growth is there, how you can put into metaphorical language, right? For example, I can say, this time we have hit the ball out of the park. It's a kind of metaphor. So write in the comments with metaphor or which stories also we can use. All right? Chalo, I'm going to read all your comments. Bye-bye.